Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Wednesday daytime stream. We're starting about 30 minutes late. It's always the same thing, actually. It's always just Karis wanting to hang out. She wants to hang out. I wake up, I start working, and then just around the time I'm supposed to go live, she's like, oh my God, I want to hang out. So we start hanging out. All right, so here we are. I'm going to set this up. We're setting up the ads. We have to have ads. All right, we'll hit save on that. Okay, cool. So the ads are active. I think if you don't add ads to your live stream, YouTube does not prioritize showing it off. I heard that one time and I said, that makes a lot of sense. YouTube wants to make money. All right, today could be your luckiest day. Wait, that doesn't sound good. What if, how about your hottest pull could right around the corner. There we go. I like that. Live card shop. There we go. Okay, that's fun. We've been doing a lot of titles where we just talk about what's new, but I'd like to try some other titles. Here it is. It's hard to come up with constant titles right off the bat. But, you know, I feel like I just kind of go with the feeling, you know. What's the feeling of the stream? Well, the feeling of the stream is I want to get lucky. I want a hot card in my collection that I can hold on to and watch it go up in value over time. Okay. Oh, I just got an email. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to get rid of this as well. And we'll get rid of this. All right, cool. Delay an e-check payment. All right, that's fine. Let's jump over here to the website. Let's see. Last night, the last order was 3385. Let's see what we're on today. 3386. So there is a pre-order. I believe Mark had ordered one more round, and then we had hopped off. That's what had happened. Ooh, we're going to need more Ascended Heroes, so we're going to end up having to do that. Last night, the peak concurrent was 76. Pretty low. We used to get more views than that. Definitely the number of people watching the stream has declined over time. Let's grab that. Could just be the case that there's just a lot more people streaming. So, you know, you really got to earn every viewer. Let's see. Subscribes are up, though. That's kind of nice. You know what's really up? Our sales. So if I showed you my sales numbers, which I'm not going to, but if I could show you my sales numbers, you would think it was crazy. We are doing very well in terms of sales. So people are very happy with whatever it is we're selling. I would say it's the breaks, it's the Poke Shuffles, it's the live customs. People are real happy with those. They were very popular. All right, we're going to go ahead and grab a link to the website. Welcome, guys, to the Wednesday daytime stream. We're live again. I had a little bit of free time this morning. You know what I did? I was literally just shopping real estate because Karis and I are thinking about moving. We haven't made up our minds and we're just kind of stuck. We don't really know what to do next in life, but it feels a lot like we're about to move. But not necessarily, maybe not. We don't know. It's like this thing that we can't make our mind up on. I think what really stops us is the fact that this house is so dang nice and it only cost us $650, which is a very cheap home, is what you're discovering when you go looking at other places for homes. All right, here we are. We live in a very nice house in a place that maybe isn't so popular to live. That's like a whole strategy, you know? But either way, we're probably going to be selling that extra house. We've been renting it out. It earns us a little bit of money every year. And I think that the risk of owning that house, that is the risk that somebody could get hurt, you know, or the risk of it breaking, needing a bunch of repairs, you know, maybe a tornado takes it away from us or something like that. The risk, it's not really worth the profits. There are some profits with short-term rentals on a lake house, but it's like that particular lake house just isn't earning enough to justify it. So we're thinking about selling that one. What else is up? I really like this lake house. I just love it. Maybe we'll never sell this one, but you know, like maybe we'll move to another place and just hold this one and control it full remote. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. You're always late for the daytime stream. Like I said, I try not to be, but Karis keeps pulling me to the side to hang out. You know, she works all day, and then she wants to hang out like a lunch break kind of thing. And then we lay down, we start watching like TikToks together or something like that, and it adds up really fast. All of a sudden, I'm 30 minutes late. I'll just tell her, no hanging out. We can't even see each other for 1 minute. So we did get some stuff in the mail today. I got a big restock on Chinese Hidden Fates. One of my favorite sets. I actually want to see what I paid for those because I'm kind of a big fan. Now, I call them Chinese Hidden Fates. That's not their official name. I think it's like All-Stars or something like that. Here it is. Does he have more of these is my question. He does. I am probably going to buy more of these. I just think it's a fantastic product. So I'm going to put in an order for... It looks like he's just got a little bit left. I'm going to put in an order for a couple more of these. Maybe before I order this, I should actually look up and see. I didn't do much shopping, did I? So let's see. AC1A. Let's see, it's AC1A. Pretty much too cute. Found some old sealed Star Wars. So we're going to say Pokemon. Oops, Pokemon. Pokemon Chinese AC1A box. Let's see what just happens, okay? A couple options pop up. So it's not about to run out, which is important. It's not like a sold out product. Okay, well maybe there isn't a rush to acquire more of this. And what's everyone calling it? A lot of places calling it Hidden Fates. So a lot of places are just calling it Hidden Fates. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this product, and I wish we sold more of it, because I do recommend it. It's a good product. Here it is, cheaper. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay, there's two versions of it, huh? That's interesting. Well, we want the version with the Charizard and the Umbreon in it, obviously. Who did I buy from? Did I buy this from a guy in China? All right, no. It's not that common. There's not that much of it left. I thought maybe there was a lot of it left. It's actually kind of thin. Mr. Both of my slabs were missing from my order. This is the third time in a row something is missing. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound right at all, Mr. AOG. So AOG, I remember us talking about this. Can you once again remind me what it is? I'm paying attention. You got my attention. Let's get this fixed. Easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. Is USPS stealing my slabs or Alexa's forgetting them? She has to be forgetting them. Let me go ahead and buy this. There has to be some kind of mistake going on, like wrong name on the back of the slab. But we can check right now in the live stream. I might just do it myself. She's kind of inundated with a lot of shipping right now, but that's not acceptable to have any mistakes at all. Our aim is a 0% mistake rate, and you're saying the same slabs are being passed over and over again. So tell me what the name of the slabs. Okay, so it's a T10, Tag 10 Sylveon, and PSA 9 Luffy slab. You wrote both names on the slab, if I'm correct. No, I wouldn't have done that. I would have either written AOG or your real name. But most likely I would have written your real name. So let's try and figure out exactly what's going on. What name should I search for? It's possible it's not even in the box, because she doesn't make that many mistakes. So the real problem could be a wrong name on slabs situation. We just assume she missed them. It could actually be a bigger problem. It could be a wrong name on the back of the slab situation. What's up, fellow Pokenerds? Easier to ask permission. Found some old sealed Star Wars Legos. Yeah, maybe you can consign them at local card shop or local bricks and minifigs. Here, let's get these breaks up here. So here's Ghastly. Here's the lightning break. All right. You can also tell me in Discord if you need. Oh, okay, so Alex Garcia is the name. So AOG and Alex Garcia. So if you guys will wait a minute, there's only 19 people in here. You guys think about what you want, okay? I'm going to go find Alex Garcia's slabs right now. Alex Garcia, AOG. All right, I've returned. Who's still here? Who's being a good boy and a good girl? That doesn't sound right to say. All right. I'm back. I noticed Ivan Rodriguez's slabs were down there. And I think Ivan was supposed to have shipped out. I'm going to give him a free label. All of his slabs were in a side box. So Ivan's going to get another label right now. I suspect she didn't see that side box. She would have been the one who created it, though, I think. I don't think I created it. I didn't touch it. So, AOG, we found this Alexis Garcia. All right, so that explains that one. Wrong name. Now, what's the other slab? You said it was a... let's see, you said it was a T10 Sylveon, has been missed twice. So here's the deal. I looked everywhere. There are a total of 4 A boxes. You really should only be in the AL or the AY box. You weren't in either box. So that's what's really going on. So we got something bigger is going on with your order. We have to find what happened to your card. So let me print this fresh label for Mr. Ivan Rodriguez, because I believe she has missed some of his slabs, because he has so many that his slabs get placed in a special area. He's a big buyer. T10 Master Ball Sylveon. So we need to find, here's what would really help if you can help me, Mr. AOG. We need a little investigation. We need to see what I wrote on the back of it, because that's the most likely situation, is something got written on the back and it's not the right thing. And that happens occasionally. Sometimes it's not that Alexis made any mistakes. Sometimes I made a mistake. Like with this one, this says Alexis Garcia on the back, so she passes it over. I want it from a break. Okay. Shoot. Well, if you can look up when it was pulled and try to see what I wrote on the back, that could really fix it. Because if we find out that I wrote the wrong name on the back, we'll instantly know what's wrong. Now, if I wrote the correct name on the back, now it's trickier. Now we don't know what's going on. But if you can locate that timestamp, like you said you got it from a break, right? Well, then maybe the Breaks History channel will help us locate the exact moment. Okay, we're going to say missing slabs side box. All right, so I went ahead and got this label made ahead of time. I also saw how much shipping she had left. It's the Caleb Ibarra order. He just got a ton of cards. Now, Alex Garcia. This shall say Alex Garcia on the back. Problem solved for this slab. This slab was not so mysterious. I simply wrote the wrong name. You know what's funny is I was probably thinking about her missing the first slab, and so I wrote her name down, because your names are so similar. And then she did her job correctly. If the back of the slab says Alexis, she can't ship that one. She thinks it's a different person. So she did her job correctly on that, so we can't fault her on that. That's my fault. Now I'm going to go ahead and start printing you a fresh label for this slab. It's a very funny mistake, but I apologize for it. But it sounds like we need to find that clip of you winning the Sylveon Master Ball. That's the next step. If we can get that clip and find out what I wrote on the back, it's quite possible I wrote the wrong name on the back. That happens. So, like, for example, let's say I was writing your name down, but I looked up at my computer screen at the end of the break, and I saw a name on the computer screen. Well, like a muscle memory, I might have sat down and wrote that name on the screen. Now, here's the problem. The name on the screen was probably whoever bought the last spot. Not the winner, but whoever bought the last spot. So it's a muscle memory for me to do that, to write that name on the screen down. I do that pretty automatically. So something like that could have happened, and I bet you it did. So we got a fresh label for you and the correct name on this slab. And Miss Alexis, she did not mess this up. She correctly avoided shipping a slab with a different name. All right, and then we got a spare label for Ivan, because I suspect she did miss Ivan Rodriguez's full box of slabs. He has his own box down there. All right, cool, man. let's see. So-and-so sent a question. Da, 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 da. Okay. Weird. Got this eBay message from somebody. Delete this. Okay. And let me hit refresh over here. You didn't write my name on the slab, but left the card with my name inside of it. Okay. So it should be a slab with your name inside of it. And that said Alex Garcia. Is that right? Wonder if, so if I did that, I wonder if I didn't seal it shut. So what we'll have to do is a deep dive. Maybe she sorted it into the wrong box. Because if the card correctly says Alex Garcia on it, and it's not in any of the AL boxes, or the A boxes, I should say, maybe she sorted it into like the B box or the C box. That would be an Alexis mistake. Just check over here. Okay, I just checked over here. So we have a bigger issue going on with your item. It sounds like it really is missing. The name sounds like it was correct. So that's how we know it really is missing. The name was correct. What are these? I screenshot it on Discord for you to see. Sound like I said a bad word there. Let me see, Miss Tammy. So Tammy's showing me. Oh yeah, there should be no mistakes with that one. That's nice and clear. So I didn't see that card down there. I checked with my own eyes. It was not in the A boxes. You didn't try to sell that on consignment at all, did you? I don't think you did. But okay, so the only other thing I can think is it got missorted into the wrong shipping box. You know, it's weird. I feel like I was told to sell a card like that. It says B in the corner. B. Oh, you mean Brett Love? Yeah, but she wouldn't have put it into the... She knows that's not the name. Yeah, I don't think that would have done it. She knows Alex Garcia is the name. Hopefully. I'll double check. All right. So, Mr. AOG, I'm gonna write this down so I cannot easily forget that you have a situation. AOG, Alex Garcia, missing Sylveon. What has to happen next, there has to be a search of every single shipping box downstairs for all the slabs. Because if it got missorted into like the B box or something like that, then that's the solution. But that would be why your slab was missed multiple times. And that's the real tricky one, isn't it? The Sylveon is. Because the other one, you probably bought that very recently. The Luffy one, that's just me being a doofus. But this is a more serious issue. This sounds like a real missing slab. So missing Sylveon. Slab. All right. Okay, so now we know what the next step is. The next step is a deep search. Yeah, it's not a simple shipping mistake. There's something going on. The slab is missing. All right. We'll figure it out, okay? Put this away. We'll throw this away. I bet you it's down there. No one reported a missing slab, although people don't always report when something gets misshipped to them. But yeah, we'll check the B box because maybe she did put it in the B box. You never know. Stuff happens, you know. All right. Thing is, if she did put it in the B box, you'd think she would be the one to correct it because she would run into it. That's why I suspect that might not be the case. She could have misshipped it to the wrong person. You don't remember? So you didn't have me sell any cards for you, did you? I can't remember if you had me ever sell any cards for you. A weird part of my brain says, like, I feel like I remember selling that card in consignment later. But I don't think you asked me to. Maybe, oh, because it was Brett's card. That's why. That's why I feel like I once sold it in consignment, because it was his card. And that's why it has his name in the bottom lower corner. So it has sold in consignment before. All right. And then you wouldn't have resold it, right? Okay. How do the slabs work? Hey, what's up, Mr. Noob Slayer? Is your question, how do the brakes work? These are called brakes. This number on the right is the price, $40. And this on the left, or I said it backwards. This number on the left, this is the price, $40. And this number on the right, that's your odds, 1 in 9. So for $40, you have a 1 in 9 chance of pulling this Sylveon out of a booster pack. We're going to build up the booster packs after it's finished selling. Okay, same with this guy, same with this guy. You purchase a spot, you wait for it to finish. It takes a while sometimes, maybe like a week or two. But you wait for them to sell out, and then we build up the booster packs, and then one person randomly pulls the slab out of the booster pack. Okay, that's it. We've been doing that for like 6 years. I'm going to go ahead and accept this. Here you go. ARG, I just accepted that. All right, let's see. We have an Eric Rodriguez order today. He says $65 towards slab away. You got it, Eric Rodriguez. So missing Sylveon, huh? Says you have $302 here. Minus 65, so you have 237 remains. Boom, all right. Good job on that. Making progress. And what else? Here we have an order from... Oh, you know what? We need to do that Mark Kaplan order from last night. So Mark Kaplan says 2 Ascended Heroes. Now, it looks like after this, I'm going to need to open a fresh case of the Ascended Heroes, which happens a lot. It has a C sticker on the slab because it was a consignment slab. It was originally a consignment break is what it was. There we go. And then AOG won it. We put his name correctly onto the card, and now he hasn't received it 2 times. And it wasn't sitting in the boxes. So something's going on. All right, let's see. Mr. Mark. Thoughts on Grand Theft Auto 6 price? Oh, I didn't see it. Is it going to cost extra? Yeah. Good luck, Mr. Mark. So Mark, he's probably watching this on the replay. He pulls a Zekrom, Team Rocket Energy, that's cool. And a Mega Charizard. All right, that's kind of cool. Little Mega Charizard. You and your spelling errors are triggering me. We are. $80 for the base game, $100 for Ultimate. Yeah, you know, people didn't like that with Mario Kart. Remember, Mario Kart cost $80, I think, for the Switch. And everyone was like, I'm going to boycott Nintendo for that. Well, I was talking about how, you know, they've been making games for $60 for a long time. And there's been inflation. You know, they haven't changed the price of those games for so long. But never forget, they have whole teams of engineers working on those games. Like, we're talking like, you know, people who get paid like $100,000 a year to code, to do graphic art, to do game balancing, game testing, you know, network testing. You got like art direction, sound engineers. So to make a big game like that requires, you know, maybe thousands of people. And they're all being paid like a lot of money. And the cost of living has gone up significantly. And so presumably so have their wages. So to make the same video game in 2026 does not cost what it cost in 2015 or whenever the last Grand Theft Auto was out. So, you know, people complain that they might have to spend an extra $20 on a game where they might spend like 1,000 hours on it. And it's like, dude, it's like nickels. It's almost nothing. You know, an extra $20 is like a tip for your Pizza Hut driver. It's almost nothing nowadays because money is inflated so much. So it doesn't really surprise me. People want everything to be cheap all the time, but it's like, here's this product that impacts your life more than any other product in the whole world. You play it for hundreds of hours, and they're asking $20 more than usual. It's like, I don't know. As long as the game's good, I think it gets away with it. You know, if the game's bad, people are going to get annoyed. But if the game's if you play that game for 100 hours or more, I mean, you go to the movie theaters for almost $80 these days. I don't know. It depends on where you go. But, you know, a movie theater might run you like $60. And that's like a 3-hour movie or 2-hour movie. And then it's over. You know, for you and your girlfriend, $60. Depends on if you get popcorn. That's 3 hours. And then it's over. And then you have to pay another $60 for another 3 hours. You get 100 hours out of Grand Theft Auto for $80. It's a steal. So, yeah, I think that the price is right. It doesn't, I don't think that people are so broke either. Like, again, it's not 2010, 2015 anymore. In 2026, there are people being paid $25 an hour to work at McDonald's. In Missouri, it's like $15 or $16 an hour to work at McDonald's. So you're really talking about like, you know, maybe like 6 hours of work, maybe 5 hours of work, and then you get the game. You can get that done in a day, and then you get hundreds of hours of playtime. All right, so the next order in the queue is Miss Six. Hey, Six, one Sylveon break. All right, Six is jumping in the Sylveon. I'm more annoyed at the physical edition just being a code. That part doesn't annoy me either. To me, it's actually insane that we still sell anything physical at all. This is software. Like when you're downloading Tinder onto your cell phone, do you buy a disc and plug it into the disc on your cell phone and then download anything? Hell no, dude. It's 2026. CDs were obsolete in the late 90s, early 2000s. When AOL came out, CDs became obsolete. You no longer needed them ever again. You could download software for the rest of the next 26 years. So people have a nostalgia for the physical copy of the game, I guess, for like, let's call it totally obsolete disc technology. That disc technology just fills up landfills. It's completely 100% obsolete. There's no reason for it at all. And you can play games 100% digital all the time for like the last 20 years. So gamers being so stuck on that subject, I think is a bit, I mean, I get it. You're supposed to get the customer whatever it is that they want, but maybe they need education on the subject, because it's like you're just wasting so much material. So much money is being wasted. You got to get the guy who builds the cover box. You got to get the plastic for the box. You got to get the paper for the cover art. You got to get the silicone or whatever it is for the CD. You got to get the laser engraver. You got to spin up a bunch of machines, some like industrial level machines. Then you got to pack it all into cardboard boxes. There's plastic shrink wrap that goes over the video game cover. There's tape that goes onto the cardboard boxes. There's labels that go onto the boxes. Those have to then be delivered physically by a delivery driver, a semi-truck driver, delivers the boxes to like every Walmart in America. Every Walmart in America gets the delivery box. Then it has to be put onto the shelves, which means shelf space at Walmart, which is valuable. Then some, you finally go in there and you're like, oh, finally, the physical edition is better. And so it's this huge amount of human waste so that you can have a completely 100% absolutely obsolete Laserdisc. So yeah, of course they're just going to do a code because they've already figured all that out, being the ones that have to pay the bill for all that crap. They already figured that out. It's terrible for the environment, by the way, too. So if you ever want to feel good about buying a digital game, physical games, they do eventually just end up in landfills. They are absolutely going into a landfill one day. Unless you have a sealed copy of the game and you grade that and then you like sell it for like $1,000 or $5,000 online. But, so it's 1,000% obsolete. It's been obsolete for 20 years. Here's Javier Arroyo. What's up, Mr. Spot in the Sylveon and one live custom. You got it. All right, you ready? Yeah, as soon as we invented the internet, maybe slightly afterwards, CDs were then obsolete. They just were, because you could just download the whole game onto memory on your computer, or maybe the memory wasn't good enough yet, but once you can download the whole game onto memory on your computer, it's obsolete. And people don't like to hear that. Maybe they're very nostalgic for the past. It's like, yeah, I guess so. I like Game Boys. Game Boys are cool. They don't sell those anymore. All right, one cold live custom. Last night the live customs were shockingly cold. Today, so far, one live custom open, still cold. Digital games should be less expensive than physical, but they're not. It's all corporate greed. Well, I think that you can explain that by the fact that they've kind of offset the inflation for a long time. So they said, okay, well, it's still $60 when you buy the digital version. Honestly, games these days should probably cost close to $100. Think about when they invented the $60 video game. I mean, they cost $60 when I was like 18 years old. That was like 20 years ago. It's been 20 years of inflation. The game should probably be approaching about $120 per game. That should add, to keep up with inflation, it should probably be getting closer to that. And the fact that it doesn't reach that amount could only mean a few things. They're actually reaching higher sales than they used to. So they're selling more of the same product, and this is allowing them to keep the price down. Or there's some other type of efficiency involved, and that new efficiency might be something like, well, they're selling the game digitally now, and they save a little bit of money not having to produce the disc. So that could explain it. So the fact that they can do digital now allows them to stop them from raising the price of the game to $100, which is probably where it should be. The price of a game, I mean, if you go buy any other serious software, if you want to buy editing software, you want to buy, you can't even buy Microsoft Word and Excel anymore. Nowadays, it's subscription only. And they want a lot of money per year for that subscription. It's not cheap for the Microsoft suite or the Adobe suite or any of those things. You want to buy any serious piece of software with the whole group of people working on it, you pay hundreds of dollars. Not like 100, hundreds, like $500. So you get this dopey little video game that like a huge team of people worked on, and you got to pay $80 and it's like the end of the world. And you're mad because there's no super obsolete, disc that's going to go into a landfill with the plastic box. It's like, it's not that big of an issue almost. It's not a news story. It's not a news story. It's just go download your game and have fun. Go have some fun. The world's still spinning. Your game's fine. It's the same video game. But, we love to collect. So what they should focus on is releasing collectibles with their game. And honestly, there's a great method for that. They should release a card game. There should be a Grand Theft Auto card collectible set so you can play the game and then collect the cards. That makes way more sense to me because these are just artworks. Pokemon did it. Look at Pokemon now. They have one of the most expensive products on Earth. Or let's say one of the most in-demand products on Earth. AGS should stop grading fake cards. Yep, I agree. I think 100 is pretty accurate, especially with how much money they put into the game. Yep. One of the reasons that they don't make more games probably is they're scared to risk the cost of that whole team, and the fact that they have to sell the game so cheap means that they have to sell millions of copies of the game. And so if they don't see a forecast of millions of copies selling, they go, we're not going to make another Dead Space. It's not going to make us any money. When are you going to play Grand Theft Auto 5? I don't see it. Topps Grand Theft Auto. Imagine. Topps Grand Theft Auto. Imagine how much money that would make. That would do extremely well. It. All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Wednesday daytime stream. We just got started. Yesterday was Tuesday, and we were busy as hell on Tuesday. It was a busy day. Next up, Nicholas Pacheco. One Sylveon break. All right, Nicholas Pacheco. That's it. This is over. Okay, we're using the worn out marker. All right. In collect Adobe products. I found a sealed copy of Minecraft for $1 from the thrift store. Nice. Yeah, collecting is very fun, and people are starting to collect like physical copies of video games, but it's this super outdated technology. And so maybe some people want it to be like the music industry where you have like record players. I bought Karis a record player, and then I bought the gigantic disc version of Minecraft, right? So it's the Minecraft OST. You could buy it at Target. So it's super cool, right? I put it on, I turn it on, and immediately I realize you can't skip. You can't skip a song you don't like. You have to like lift the reader or something. It's so dumb and outdated. And you know what? We're selling it now. We're selling the record player. And so, people want something that's collectible. Well, we have a solution to that. It's called collectible cards. It's great. It's a perfect format. It's like jewelry almost. It's small. It's discreet. It can look very pretty. They should sell Minecraft cards. Oh, wait, they do. So that's it. That's the solution, is to just sell cards of what you love. And it's like miniature artworks that are produced for everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just don't get it with records. You just don't get it with records. Now, I tried it. The record player, you can't skip. So you turn it on, you go, okay, I don't like this one. And then you want to skip, and you realize you can't. Not accurately. You can't skip to the next song. It doesn't work. It's like, they should invent a solution to that. Like, I don't know, YouTube, where the song's free. You just log onto YouTube, and the song is free. Easy. All right. It's kind of funny. You just don't get it. I probably don't. I probably do not get it. Let me just throw these codes away. Take these cards here. Okay. Imagine not understanding the superiority and quality of a record. Here we are. All right. Put this over here. Put that there. It's an obsolete technology. It's the same deal with the video games. It's just an obsolete technology. Really old. You got digital music now, and it works really well. There you go. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of these. People want something to collect. I get that. That's something I do appreciate. There you go. All right. I am myself a big-time collector. I'd love for, like, From Software to start doing their own TCG series. Could you imagine? From Software card game. I'd be collecting the hell out of that, man. That'd be so cool. But they are not currently doing that, and maybe they never will. Give me a number. Free the nip. The whole point is listening to the album as the artist intended. Listening to the record the whole way through is the point. Oh man, that my heart is racing. If there was an Elden Ring set, I'd go even broker. I know. Me too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would too. Yeah, collecting's good. 1, 2. Okay, let's show the names off. Good luck, everybody. Who's ready to lose 40 bucks? Who's ready? 6, are you ready to lose 40? You have 1 in 9 odds of pulling Sylveon, 6. That means you have 1 in 8 odds of losing $40. I'm sorry, no. You have 8 in 9 odds of giving $40 away to someone who's probably very happy that you did that. But so does everyone. You're all in here for the same risk. My heart is racing. Don Twinleaf's heart is racing. Don, I haven't had my heart race over a break in years. This is like an everyday occurrence for me. All right, give me a number. Oops. Except Topps would end up with the license and charge $3,000 a box. If I could pick the number again, it would be 6. We're going to let Tyler choose it. And Tyler chooses 6. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So the number is 6. And here's this guy here. Can we zoom out? I feel like there's just not enough room for this break, man. All right. There we go. I keep getting clips of The Walking Dead on TikTok. I want to go rewatch that series now. Those first couple of seasons are so good. It is Terry He. I miss it. Terry, I'm sorry, man. Here's Terry He. Oh, he went in double dip. Oh, it's so cold, Terry. The coldest packs of your life. Darren Thompson. Sorry, Darren. Here's PDX. Could it be PDX? Wow, PDX doesn't usually participate in the breaks. Congratulations to PDX on pulling the Sylveon. Is PDX watching today? Wow, that's lucky, man. He is almost never in these breaks. Did you guys know PDX has been around for a really long time? Here we are. All right. Here's 6. Oh, so close, man. You were off by 1. You were this close. Oh, dreadful. All right. And here's Javier. Mr. Javier with the Gibble. I'm sorry, Mr. Javier. Here's Hedison Vasquez with this card. Here's Kayla Taylor. I'm sorry, Kayla, with this card. And here's Nicholas Pacheco. Last in, last out, Nicholas. All right. So that is what a break looks like. It's pretty punishing for everyone else. But you know what? For one glorious moment, somebody pulls this item for 40 bucks. That is what is so exciting about the breaks. It's a very fast way to get lucky or unlucky, right? Like when you open up booster packs, they give you a couple hollows here. They give you a little EX there to make you feel like you're doing something. They give you a little off-center AR. When we do the breaks, you just pop. $40 or over, and you either got a already graded 10 slab or you don't. Pretty interesting. And actually nowadays, that's kind of valuable, having a pre-graded card, a card that's already slabbed, because now it takes so long for a card to come back from these companies. So, you know, there's kind of a value in just being able to jump in there and not having to grade your card for a year, right? Like if you pull a card out of a if you pull a Pokemon card out of a booster pack and you want to grade it, good luck, because PSA is not even open. If you send a CGC, it might take 7 months. Who knows how long? So the wait times are outrageously long now. All right. I guess I could write PDX on the back. What should I write on the back of this, you think? I'm going to write down PDX. Let me use the other marker. All right, there it is. PDX watching? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm done with breaks. What name are you, Mr. Don? Are you Mr. Terry? I don't remember. Breaks can be pretty tough. You know, a lot of times when people have like a losing streak, they give up. I totally get that. You're just like, all right, I can't be messing with this anymore. But here's what's cool about the breaks. They're not like the slot machines. Hold on. Oh, I did it wrong. Look, now it's going to be 6 when it crosses over. I'm so dumb, dude. Thank you for being so dumb. You know, with the slot machines at the casino, you never know if it's even possible for you to win because it's a piece of software, isn't it? So it's a piece of software, and the software might just be saying, sorry, bro, you're not allowed to win. We're still gathering money. You know what I mean? What's very cool about these breaks, if you're into RNG, if you're into luck, if you're into having a just entertainment, you know the exact odds. You see the shuffle. You can actually follow every single booster pack. And so the RNG out here is, in my opinion, the real deal. You're getting real RNG. I don't know about with the computers at the casino, but this is real RNG. And your odds are as simple as 1 in 12 instead of like, what, 1 in 10,000 or some crazy number. So I like it. I think it's a very good product with surprise mechanics. And I mean, even if you were to open this, look at this. You don't even know your odds in here, do you? They don't tell you. They're not obligated to tell you that. So they don't even tell you here what your actual odds are. They're just like, yeah, you're going to get something maybe. And then you open it and it doesn't even grade 10. Grades 9. You spend thousands of dollars on Ascended Heroes to pull your favorite card finally, and then it grades 9. So, yeah, I really like what we do. I'm pretty proud of it. I've handed out a lot of good cards to a lot of people over time. And Mr. PDX, he's a humble guy. And today's going to be a very lucky day for Mr. PDX. Yes, he's a humble guy. He never buys a lot of cards because he's not, well, he's not drawing from a trust fund. Let's say that. All right, let's zoom in here. So he's having a very lucky Wednesday, and that's cool. I like that a lot. All right. Wish me luck in the Dark Charizard grade. Good luck, man. Hey, Mr. How's it going? What's up, Gigi Suave? Shouldn't the line go across, says Surge? The line. What's he talking about? Yeah, I should have gone across. I'm so dumb, dude. Sheesh, the Sylveon went off. Oh, yeah, so we better mark this. Let's go grab this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he stuck around and hung out with us for a long time, and he doesn't usually jump in those breaks, and he happened to jump into that one, and he actually pulled it. How lucky, dude. We're going to go to the breaks history. And we're going to say Sylveon Lightning. PDX. Pulled at 45 minutes. Can confirm my packs are funded by a job that pays me way too much to do way too little. Oh, that's cool, man. You know, I did eventually get a job like that in life. Most of my jobs were like hard labor. But then I graduated and I had this database bank job, and I wore not a suit, but business casual. You know, I was button-down shirt, khakis, or whatever, slacks. And I go in there and everyone's got coffee and donuts and there's free food everywhere. Free food. And there's just people walking around smiling, perfect air conditioning. I sit down at a desk. I'm working on a computer. I work on a computer. So I'm working on a business computer, and it's just like, this is the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm sitting and earning money, and it's the most money I've ever earned. I've never earned more than this. And there's free food, and there's so it was like the headquarters of the bank too. So there was this corporate restaurant inside the building. So at lunchtime, all these rich, smart, tall people and myself get to go into the restaurant and order food from the restaurant. And I was like, what am I doing? It felt like I was in a class I didn't belong in. And it was like weird, like a class in society, like I had reached a new status in society. And so it was a really bizarre feeling. And yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. And then I would sit back down, start earning a lot of money again. And I'm just sitting at a computer. And it's like, oh my God, bro, this is so sweet, bro. Sign me up. All right, so we got to pick a new lightning break. Togepi, Nidoking, Houndour, Pikachu, 1 in 10. This guy's too big. Here's a Jack of Clubs, Lillian Cosmog. That one's kind of interesting. Here's a Giratina. He's really expensive. That's more like a rare candy break. Can't lie, I wanted it though. Have you ever done a choose slab break where there might be 1 in 10 and the winner picks one of the two? Oh, I like that. That's an interesting thought. So like if you could find all the cards of one price and you could say you can pick any of these, like these three right here. The pick one break. That's an interesting idea. I like that. But here we go. Look at these. I guess you're kind of picking one at the start of the break. I don't know, because it has to sit on the table. And, you know, that adds a layer it adds a layer of decision making that could add like a lot of work and a lot of time to the actual break. So I don't know if it's such a super great idea. Cubone, you didn't tell me that was an option. Oh my God, he's so cute. Here's another Sylveon. Wow, we could run that again. I don't think we will. We just did. I don't like to run the same one twice. Entei, Magikarp, Cubone. Oh my God. Did I tell you guys I'm a Cubone fan? He's so sad. He's so sad he's going to cry. I just feel bad for him. Sell in 2026. I'm telling myself not to sell that one. We want to know how it turns out. So is this card really that cheap? 41 and 4 with the star spot. What? That seems really cheap. Whoa. I don't think. Ooh. Slowpoke Psyduck seems interesting. Let's take a look at that real fast. Let's do that Moltres Zapdos Articuno. Which one? You talking about the Pokemon Go one, or are you talking about the WotC era one? Slowpoke Psyduck. You know, in the future, I envision myself semi-retiring from what we do here. And, you know, like when I'm older. And I think what I would do is I would actually... What? This is $1,000? Bro, this isn't cheap at all. That's $1,000. All right, let's see what that would look like, though. Maybe like 25. Damn, bro. I don't know about that. That's crazy. So we'll say 1 in 26 there. I'll put that away. That's a rare candy break, essentially. Rare candy break. Mr. Cubone Poker is a silver deck. It's a gold deck. Here it is. There's silver and gold deck. And he could potentially be a break. He's very cute. I feel like I'd be better off just holding him. But that's why he's sitting in the break box. Ooh, I like this. This is Pokemon Center Magneton, Shinji Kanda. Big fan. We should know what this goes for, right? Shiny Magikarp. Let's take a quick look at these two guys. Mister, where's the lovely ladies break? Oh, yes, I saw your message. I didn't get a chance to reply. You're thinking of like a signature One Piece. Not One Piece, Weiss Schwartz kind of thing. Yeah, it was an interesting thought. The idea that maybe there's a most popular Weiss Schwartz signature to try and pop up on the table. Let's see. It's certainly an interesting idea because no, I don't know anyone who's hosting anything like that. So we'd be the only ones probably. Cubone Poker is very nice. He's so cute. He's mega cute, dude. All right, so we want Pokemon Center. How much does that cost? Let me type this in. I want to know about this card. You guys might not be huge huge Magneton fans, but it is also a Shinji Kanda card, and I'm a big fan of both of those things. All right, there it is. There's one with the Pokemon Center logo. It's expensive. I don't think it's going to be popular. It's too expensive. Something tells me you guys aren't going to go for this one. Let me just test it out. So this one would be about 12. So I'm going to just write that down so next time I see it right off the bat. And then the Shining Magikarp. We should know that one. I happen to think the Shining Magikarp is extremely good because it's Such a very popular vintage card. And this comes out of Celebrations. Rias BGS 10 seems like a good idea. Black Label Rascal Bunny Girl Siggy needs to be the waifu break. Hey, you know, maybe if we did something that crazy, maybe we'd draw in new people. I don't know. You just never know. All right. How old is this? It's from 2021. And what is the grade on it? 10,000. That's not too bad. Divided by 40. So it's about 6.5 spots. So would we roll it up to 7 or roll it down to 6? I feel like we could just keep it at 6. How many of you guys have an interest in a shiny Magikarp break? Anyone here interested in shiny Magikarp? I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. He could add. He's actually cheap enough to just go into the live customs, actually. Is he talking to himself? How does the break work? Hey, what's up, Noob Slayer? I like fish. Shiny Magikarp's pretty cool. It's also a smaller one. I happen to think that that one has a good value. All right, so that's the fish. Let me know if anything has got you guys excited. Does anything have you excited? Do you see anything and you're going, ooh, baby, ooh, mama? Some of these are too expensive. Alakazam, though, he could be one. Anything making you go, ooh, baby, ooh, mama? Let's see. You can see I'm a fan of these 25th anniversary reverse holo Pikachus. We hosted a break on one of those recently, though. Ooh. We can't offer this until that Gengar's done. The Ghastly, I mean. Oh, I like this one too, actually. Staff Mimikyu. Looks like we tried to do a Gyarados and it did not work out. So that's interesting to note. Lost Origin Giratina. Please. So Lost Origin Giratina is a very pretty card. He's such a large break that he is not ready to be hosted. Other big breaks have to finish first. There we go. Yeah, other large breaks would need to be done first. Dark Gyarados Celebrations. You can do Carp and Gyarados together. Hey, that's an interesting idea. A Gyarados and oh, this is Japanese, actually. That's the Japanese one. All right, let me turn this down, by the way. Bro probably said, hell, I'm out. Go find a muck. All right, so wow, so the Japanese one's more expensive. People want more money for the Japanese one. That's interesting. All right, and he would be a 1 in 9 is what he would be. Well, he'd be like a 1 in 8, but it's like 8.5. I'll say 1 in 8. Looks like we were doing 1 in 9 with an actual star spot is what we were doing. How about a break on one of these? You guys think that'll move? Probably not. I'll put it away, don't worry. I don't want to waste your time on one of these. No, I don't want to waste your time. Let me put that away. Hey, look at that. So, but look, that's tag. It doesn't match PSA. That's interesting. Oh, that says 1 in 5 on it. Of course, that could be outdated, but gives us an idea. This is a cool one. Look at that. Wow. Ooh, I wonder if there's a PSA 10 of that. Hold on. PSA 10, Ancient Origins, Gyarados. You know, if anyone ever gets like the PSA 10 of that for sale, Gyarados. They're going to ask like $30,000 for the full one. I won the Rayquaza for $16 when you first started breaks. Good time, says Aaron Seals. Nice, man. Yeah, I love those kind of stories. My computer's running real slow. All right, yeah. There's no copy of that. Melodic. We could run these two together right here. But you know, that would be such a large break, because I believe the Shining Magikarp would be like a 1 in 11. So it is an interesting idea, though. I feel like I'm going to keep those together. We can all be together. Here's a different Sylveon. Okay. So what have you guys seen that looks enticing? I want to hear your opinion. The Sylveon actually was a pretty good one. That one ended in like 2 streams. Oh, I'm a big fan of this. So I believe this Radiant Charizard is currently underpriced. Pokemon Go Charizard. I'm ready for your high-end slabs. Let's go ahead and choose lowest first. I'll just keep saying Muck until Mr. acknowledges it. I don't think we'll end up doing Muck. He's too niche. So if we find a good Muck, you'll have the ability to put him into slab away. But I don't see it happening. All right, so there's the Japanese copy, Japanese. All right, and then here's the English one. Is this right? Oh, yeah, this guy's hella cheap. Why is he so cheap? Divided by 40. So he's a 1 in 7, dude. Oops. Probably because he was too easy to pull or something. But I consider that a great Charizard. He's a Shining Charizard. So I grabbed a couple of those. Here's that Clefairy. Remember that? So that's where that went. Oh, I have a couple of these Sylveons here. So I don't have one. I got a couple. And is this another Staff Tyranitar? So I have multiple Staff Tyranitars over here. Okay. So then what I would like to do is draw a circle around this. There we go. All right. How many of these Tyranitars do I own? It's kind of ridiculous. Oh, this is interesting. So we got some vintage here. So these are like much cheaper vintage, and that will make them affordable for those who want just a shot at vintage. Any vintage. Obviously, if they were like Charizard, it would be like $1 million. But since they're not Charizard, they're actually affordable. That's the way it works. This is a solid card any of the time. Let's find out this Kingdra. I like him a lot. Kingdra 131. I typed in Kindra. I don't think that's right. I think that this stupid software is going so slow it can't keep up with my typing speed. That's a House of Targaryen slab. What? Why is this website so slow? It's like it can't handle me. Speed up. All right, we want the cheapest one. I had an online one a bit back as well. No rush. Won't need Sabaway. Nice. All right, so I'm looking at this card right now, and he's a little bit expensive. His population is 18,000. That's a lot. I mean, it is a lot. 18,000 is not a small amount. It's not as bad as the Burger Chew. Whoa, this is a 15 spot break right now. So 1 in 15. I don't know. Maybe he's just a hold. So he's a 1 in 15, guys. Master Ball, Pikachu, Bulbasaur. Ooh. Got some cool Topps cards. I'm tempted to give one of the film frames up. That's a real, authentic, original frame from the movie. So I'm tempted to give one of those up. I have quite a few of them, actually. Oh, yeah. This says don't sell. I want to see what it turns into as it gets older. I'm curious about this real fast. Snorlax 122. So this was only released like 2 years ago. What's he doing now? He's already doing numbers. I am not surprised. Not surprised. Wow. Cheapest one of these is like 600 now. How does that make any sense at all? It has to be that he's a low pop card. See, he was a Twilight Masquerade promo. Oh yeah, he's population 1,000. So that's it. That'll do it. He's so nice looking. Oh my God. All right. How about this as a break? Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Okay, how about, I have another one of these? How many Rayquazas do I have? Where'd they go? Where are they sitting? Are they in the other box? They're in the other box. I'll try to keep them together. We can all live together. I gotta stop making that joke. It's not even funny. Whoa. That's some serious Rayquaza right there. Need more evolution cards. Evolutions are pretty solid. Yeah, evolutions do well. What do you guys think of this card here? Galarian Moltres. Galarian Moltres 177. He was one of those really prominent cards from the Sword and Shield time period. When he came out, everybody wanted to pull him. And I feel like he's still somewhat affordable. Dude, this is so slow. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah. He's still somewhat cheap. Less than $1,000. Divided by 40. He'd be a 1 in... Man, that's pricey. All right, but let me see his population. His population's 7,000. That is a bit lower, isn't it? That is a bit lower. All right, so I'll put him back into here. I think we're good on that. I don't know if we're going to do these. I don't know if you guys are excited for these. I can keep them nearby. Might just put those up for sale. And then one more box. We're just looking through all our options. All right. Run the Moltres. I got that Moltres. Do you have the full Southern Island set in 10s? No, I just have the set. Oh, I have another McDonald's Pikachu. Oh, nobody wanted into this. Nobody wanted this. First edition Alakazam, people said, nah, pass. Haxorus. He's really nice. He probably shouldn't even be in here. He shouldn't be in that box. It's too cheap. Same with this guy. These guys should be reserved for the Poke Shuffles. So those should be going in there for the Poke Shuffles. Oh, Pikachu. Poker Pikachu. That's good. I like this guy too. Oh, look at this. Here was another Giovanni Nidoking. We have 2 of them. It's good to know. Stacking up Giovanni Nidokings. This guy should be available. Ooh, another green Gengar. That's neat. Oh, look at this guy. So some of these are really ready to be broken. Pidgeotto, Beedrill. That should be nearby. All right, so I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Those are my breaks cards. You've seen most of them now. Let's see. I'll stick to my Ask for Lovely Ladies. We all call him Mr. or TCC. You may call me... I don't have a name for myself. Here's Rocket Zapdos. Ooh. Ooh. I bet you this Leafeon will go pretty fast. Leafeon, huh? So, okay, let me show you a couple cards, guys. Tell me what gets you excited. Tell me what gets you excited. I want you guys to put a name on a screen, okay? So here's Leafeon. Here's Snorlax. Here's Pikachu. Poker. Here's Radiant Charizard. Rocket Zapdos. Eevee. Pokemon Center Magneton, which I don't think we're going to do that one. Here's Cubone. Birthday Pikachu. Shiny Magikarp. He's kind of too small. Houndour. He's real nice. That's Rocket Returns Houndour. Giovanni Nidoking. Togepi. What gets you excited? I want to know what gets you guys excited. No more break evolutions. My wallet can't handle it. Nido or Gary Carp. Put a name up on the screen. If you don't say anything, then the people who do talk are going to be the ones who get the next break. So if you don't say anything at all, I'm just going to go with the people who did talk. Let's see what we got over here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There's still time to save. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Okay. Honestly, mister, you should be buying out those evolutions and always have a prismatic break. we're going to go over here to... Here it is. Let's see. Man, this guy still hasn't refunded my money. That's crazy. I'm just looking at this. All right. So the only people who responded were NHCC. He said Nido, Gary Carp. And then John Bailey said Nido King. And then NHCC says Nido, Gary Carp, take my money. So, Gary Carp. What's a Gary Carp? The Nido King becomes the next break. There we have it. This is first edition Nido King. He's a vintage card. Vintage cards are going pretty wild these days. Is this sleeve new enough? Maybe just get a new sleeve. All right. This is from Jim Challenge. We are. Because you already spent your money. Yeah, you're probably right. Here we go. Probably can't return it. $40. 1 in 10. Did it say 1 in 10 on it? It said 1 in 10 on it, didn't it? Cool, man. And we'll grab this. So that is your next break. Vintage Nido King. All right. Gary Carp. Oh, okay. So that's a cool one. I do like that idea. The only deal is that is not a lightning break. That is a really big break, actually. It's like 20 spots. So that one would take quite a long time. So we have two vintage cards running simultaneously, Ghastly and Nido King. That's a holographic Nido King 8, recently graded, by the way. And, you know, it's just so much cheaper than actually opening a booster pack. All right. Wow, 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 wow. Here's Mr. Jeremy Torres. Hello, mister. I would like 4 Pokey Shuffles. Jeremy, you waited a while for that, didn't you, Jeremy? Here we go. I'm not voting because I'm on a break. Taking a little break from the breaks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 4 cold ones. Ah, I'm sorry, Jeremy. That was Jeremy Torres. 4 cold ones. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did that right. Man, it's tough to watch that. I like to see people get hits. Here's Mr. NHCC. He says he's jumping into the Nido King. All right, NHCC is in the Nido King right away. He is a cool vintage card. Take a look at that, guys. I think this card becomes more prominent because the Destined Rival set has a Team Rocket's Nido King in it. So this card becomes even more prominent because of that. Here we go. There are the breaks. We got a lot of slabs and a lot of breaks. And a poor little quick break that hasn't finished yet. So this is 5 out of 8. 3 spots remain. If you pull this card, it includes the encapsulation. So we'll be encapsulating that as well. TCC, help the guy out. Who needs help? Is it like Whatnot giveaway, like spinning and choosing who wins? So you've never joined a break, huh? So it works like this. Our system uses booster packs. So we take these booster packs, and let's say this says 1 in 10. So we need 10 of these then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no wheel. There's no wheel. We have booster packs like this, okay? So here are the booster packs. And we put a card into every booster pack so that you're buying a booster pack with a card in it. But one of the booster packs is going to have this cute Psyduck drawing. And if you pull the Psyduck, you're going to trade the Psyduck back to get the slab. So you give this back to me, and you take the slab. Now, if you ever want to keep the Psyduck, you can do that. But that means I keep the slab, so it's a trade. So you're trading me back the Psyduck that you pulled out of my booster pack, and I'm giving you my slab. That's what we're actually doing. It's a cute little thing. Every time the Psyduck gets traded back, we do one of these little check marks. It's fun because it shows you how many breaks have gone by. Okay. So that's how they work. We've been running those for a while. We've been running those for like 6 years. It's been a long time. We've hosted a lot of breaks. There was a time period where I started saving up the leftover like break cards just to see how many breaks it is. And I mean, I could feel like a tank full of those empty, not empty cards, the used up cards. It's a lot. How about shuffle cards? You're curious about the shuffles. So this is an extremely popular product. It's called the Poke Shuffles. One of our most sold products, actually. They're kind of like these breaks, these slab breaks, but you know the outcome instantly because we give you your cards and you see what you get. So there's a whole bunch of slabs randomly in this box, and each card costs $5. So let's flip it over. Blank, 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 blank. Ooh. Gurky plush, $60. So you would pull the Gurky plush if you pull this card out of here. You can also re-roll it. So you can re-roll it for 90% of its value, although we don't do exactly 90. We have like 10 of clubs superior, just a few cards away. So we shuffle it really briefly. It's a very brief shuffle. And then we pull your cards out and you see if you get lucky. It's a really simple system. You do get to keep these if you want them. So if you pull a blank card like this that you paid $5 for, you really do get to keep these. A lot of people just donate them back so that they can be reused. But if you want to put them into your bag, just let me know. We'll put them right into your bag. Yeah, you really are buying those for $5. And this is called the Poke Shuffle. The Poke Shufflers are cool because you can get a buy 10, get one free kind of deal. So that's nice. That's true for the live customs and the other shuffle and the Waifu shuffle now too. So we actually have a total of 4 products here. Let me show you. See, live customs, Poke Shuffles, other shuffles, Waifu shuffles. We used to pack the live customs with little bonus hits into the boosters. I got to get back to doing that because I feel like that adds a lot. I need to have like a bag of cards that's designated giveaway cards or something like that. Poke Shuffle is pain. Yeah, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's in the Poke Shuffle 9 days old. But those are extremely popular. We sell those pretty much every day, and people just love them. I think one of the reasons they're so attractive is because if you don't pull what you want, you get to try again. So I think that pulls a lot of people in. The next order is Mark Kaplan, and he's been waiting a little while. He says 1 live custom, 1 Ascended, 1 Topps Merlin Series 1, 1 Japanese 151, daytime stream, we're going to hit. You got it. Okay, we're going to start with your live custom. So here it is. Watch how the shuffle works with the live customs. See how these are booster packs? They're that way so that I can add extra hits in here if I want to. So we can put like poker cards in here, whatever it is we want to give away. Are you ready? Sometimes we do that. 1, 2, 3. So 3 to the back, and then he gets the next one. All right. So I split the deck, and then I rotate 3 to the back, and he gets the one after that. It keeps it so that I have very little control over what thing is being pulled left. Did I say left? Next. Boom. All right. So his pull out of the booster pack is this electric or whatever it's called. And it's a bad pull. So he paid $25 for a Pokemon card. It's like a cold booster pack. All right, 1 cold live custom. That's what we'll say. Let's put the rest of his order together. He's got Ascended. He's got a Topps Merlin. Okay, Ascended, Topps Merlin. And a 151 Japanese pack. You got it. Okay, Poke Shuffle's my favorite. Poke Shuffle has treated me very good. Yeah, sometimes you see people sweeping the box and just taking only cold ones out. Sometimes you see people getting like big jackpots. It gets all jumbled up because of the 3 to the back, right? So if you keep doing that in the box over and over again, sometimes you get these big rows of cold cards. Sometimes you get like 3 hits all bunched up in a row. So it's just kind of randomized over time. And it's an interesting thing. It's actually been very consistent, very... It really depends on how good of cards I get back. So we need a tag return so bad. We're getting these PSA returns back, and they're full of poker cards because tag doesn't grade poker. So I was sending all the poker cards to PSA, and all the normal cards went to tag. So we got to get some more tag returns. All right, here goes. For every Joseph, I promise you, there is me getting cooked. Nicholas Pacheco has had a rough round in there. All right, here's Beedrill, Horsey, Polyswag, Mew, Nidorina, And, oh, you got a hit. Look at this. So here is a Gengar logo card coming out of your Merlin pack. This is from 1999. I think it's 1999. It's licensed by Top, printed by the Merlin Sticker Company. PSA 100% grades these. Yes, you can send all of these in to get graded. Not right now, probably, because PSA is shut down. But so you can take, when PSA opens back up and grading is cheaper, you can send in for that Merlin Gengar. You can also send that to CGC right now. CGC is open, and we host middleman grading on CGC cards. There we go. Very nice. It's always best to be Joseph if you want hot pulls. Apparently the Iran deal is off. You know, it didn't really sound like they had a deal. It sounded like Iran still basically wanting to fight. And I think Trump doesn't sound like he wanted to blow everything to smithereens, which actually I think that makes Republicans not like him. I think Republicans are waiting for him to just smoke them and just be like, all right, we did it. We did the thing. We're the strongest. And he came in and said, I don't want to kill a bunch of people. That's what he said. He said that. I listened to him say that. He said, I could wipe out the desalination plants. I could destroy the bridges. And he said, I didn't want to watch a bunch of people starve to death. That's what he said. So, he's not crazy enough, maybe. And then Iran's like, yeah, we hate you. We're not going to be your friends. There we go. Put that over there. So I don't know what happens next. I think it's very interesting, all of it. We'll see how it plays out. Who can afford? Easy. Logan Paul can buy the $1 million cards. Who can afford to spend $500,000 on cardboard? J-Dog says, it's money laundering. The war. Oh, no, you're talking about the cards. All right, so Mr. Mark, let's grab your bag. I like your Metacam. I like your Gengar Merlin sticker, I think, is actually pretty good. Trump said he wasn't getting into heaven. Maybe he's trying to be better because he's afraid of hell. It's very interesting when he says stuff like that. Like he's kind of self-aware. There it is. There we go. All right. Wow, we're actually an hour and 20 minutes in, and it says we have like 30 viewers. Do we really have just 30 viewers? Is that real? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, wow. It's oh, no, wait. This is the previous stream. Hold on. It's just consistency and for the fun of it. Yeah, it says we have 28 viewers. Is that real? Do we really have 28 viewers? That's like nothing, man. Here, let me start a poll. All right. Let's see. How many people in here? All right, just vote yes or no. It doesn't matter. I started a poll. Do we really only have 27 viewers? That just seems like really, really low. Typically on the daytime stream, we have like 60 viewers. Look, 10 votes, 12 votes. If it goes over 27 viewers, that'll be very interesting. Everybody send in a vote right now. Also, what the hell? It's like saying there were 14 votes and then 17 and then it goes back to 14. Whoa. Whoa. My screen's breaking. The hell? Hold on, wait a second. Let me close this. Let me open up the chat again. How many people we got in here? Smash that. Vote on the little poll right now. If you're watching, if you're hearing me, vote on the poll. If you're listening, if you're watching, take a second. Stop what you're doing. Open up your screen and vote on the poll. I want to see how many people are in here. It's taking votes away. I'm seeing the vote go up and then it goes back down. 1 to 30 is insane. I'm sorry for you, man. It's just consistency and for the fun of it. Message retracted. All right, we have 28 votes. Well, the view's going up now. Now it's claiming there's 38 viewers. Vote on the poll. I want everyone watching right now to vote on that poll. I want to see how many people are in here. It says there's 34 watchers and 28 votes. We might really just have a couple people in here. When people leave, their vote goes away. Is that true? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and... I'm seeing it stuck at 28. It's not going any higher. Is that right? let me try pulling this up. Is that 28? Wow. All right. Well, dead stream, guys. Well, it's nice being around. I guess I can close the channel down. Let's see. I can't see the poll. Who the hell is hitting no? How many people in here? No. It says we have 35 viewers and 29 votes, and we're not getting any higher than that. So even if everyone voted, some are on TV. There's 31. You know, in theory, maybe the number's off by a couple people, but I mean, there's 32. We're at 32 out of 38. Usually not everyone votes, so the real number actually might be higher. But YouTube claims we have 39 viewers. Wow, that's really low, man. All right, I'm going to end the poll here. We're at 33. End poll. Wow. Maybe because everybody was so... Maybe because yesterday was so busy. Now, that's not very many views. That's really low. That's an interesting thing. I mean, it hasn't really affected sales. It's so weird. I don't know what to think about it. You wouldn't believe how much money is moving in this hobby, let alone the world. People stay buying $20,000 cards on a weekly basis. Yeah, I mean, once they have that $20,000, if they move it into a card, and then they move that card for like $23,000, and then they have $23,000 cash again. So, you know, during a market cycle like this, you could see somebody that's just moving cards back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, I'm going to go back to servicing your orders. I'm a little surprised by the viewership. It is. It's just so low. It actually makes me think I should just take the days off. Let me hit refresh on this. Yes, and money laundering. Do you sell slabs or cards? Says Mr. Gack. We sell both. Check out the live chat. We have the website pinned over there. We do have the website pinned, don't we? Yeah, we have the website pinned. Yeah, so check out the website. Let me jump over here. At some point, if the views are too low, I'm just going to take the day off because it's like, I don't know, I'd rather have a day off. No free ones lowers the views, says Mr. Nicholas. It's because Pokimane is doing a Pokemon rip and ship on her own channel. I'm funding the stream. All good. That's true. All right, so I'll stay open just for you, man. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, there's a point where I'm probably just going to take the day off and just enjoy having free time. Let me hit refresh on this. All right, let's see. Let's see. So we do have another Mark order. I'm going to take care of that right now, Mr. Mark. One live custom, one 151, one ascended, two heat wave. You got it. We'll just declare the channel dead. We'll declare the channel dead, and then I'm going to go on a very long break. Go on a vacation. We go two heat waves and one ascended. Let's get that ascended. I think at this point, I have to go open a fresh case of ascended. I'll be right back. All right, I'll be back. Wow, I can't believe how much of this Ascended Heroes we go through. That's crazy. Whew. Whoa. All right. Boy, I feel like I breathed in the air from the sealed box, and now I'm coughing. All right, ready? So, Mr. You leave, and the viewers go up. I know. We are. Let's see. Now some low viewership. We dipped into like the 20s, and we're like in an hour and a half into the stream. That's supposed to be the midpoint. Jesus. Let's grab one of these. Oh, we already did this. Here we are. Oh, we already had the Ascended. Oh, we needed the 151. Here you are. My bad, dude. All right. Grab this. We need more Ascended anyways, because that was the last pack of the Ascended. Mr. Read Up. Let's see. Who needs me to read up? You ever go on to a hot air balloon? Ooh, I saw that hot air balloon crash. I don't know where that occurred, but I just saw that in the news. I like the idea of doing those extreme sports, like jumping off cliffs, jumping out of planes, and riding hot air balloons. Then you hear about the accidents, and I go, you know, the most strategic move would be to not do those things that can kill you. But I'm definitely not scared of heights. I love roller coasters, and I've always thought about jumping out of a plane. All right, but my sister got fake Pokemon cards in the mail. Prismatic Evolution, the cards were David in the wrong time of the cards, came out in 2024, and it was on 2025. Dang, that sucks, man. Brazil's having all these accidents. It was in Brazil? All right, here we go. Let's see. Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark. Let's get it. Snipping this. Snipping this. Good. I can tell you guys something. Even if the views are somewhat down, the sales are surprisingly way up. Like if we go into PayPal right now, I'm going to tell you guys about these sales because we're actually knocking it out of the park for the month of June. Our sales are so much better than last year's sales for June. And last year was 2025, and Pokemon was hot in 2025. It says here, sales are up, I'm not kidding, 20%. 20%. Wow. All right, ready? Weird. Here's, oh, Master Ball Butt Free. Sales up, views down. That doesn't make any sense to me. I noticed, though, on our YouTube shorts, our views have declined. Yeah, I noticed that. And our subscribes have declined. I don't know, maybe YouTube's just not valuing my content. Like it's saying this isn't what people want or whatever the case is. Because it's weird, if you go over to Instagram, we're getting crazy high views on Instagram. So it'd be the exact same video. We'll post it on Instagram, and it'll get like 100,000 views on Instagram. And then we'll post it on YouTube, and it'll get like 2,000 views. And it's like a highly edited video and everything. So I don't know if we need to like completely change strategy on YouTube or what. Here's Hunch Crow. Look at that Hunch Crow. Gold fell under 4,000. Oh, gold's getting cheap, huh? All right. It's fun, but very expensive. I can't see any other slabs or cards for sale on your website. Maybe I'm blind. Mr. Gack, if you're looking to shop the slabs, the best place to do that is actually in our Discord server. Let me show that to you. Yeah, let me show you guys this. I'm not going to show you the amount here, but look at this. Up 20.55%. Wow. So that's PayPal saying our sales are actually way up. And now if we go over here, he wants to see about the slabs. You ready? So the slabs are actually shown off in our Discord server. Pricey slabs, all slabs, new, consignment. So you can click on this and you'll see the slabs for sale. You click on all slabs new, same deal. So we don't officially post every slab for sale on the website. That would just take too long. And also because they sell so fast. They sell quickly. They go into the Poke Shuffles. They go into the live customs. They disappear instantly. So I can't afford to put them up, take them down, put them up, take them down, put them up, take them down. It would be really tough. How can I join Discord? Well, there'll be a link in the description. There'll also be this QR code right here. It is. Got QR code. So you can screenshot the screen right now, and then you can just scan this and it'll take you into the server, okay? We do a lot from that server. That's like my base of operations. All right. Thank you for showing me. I'm always the first like and comment on your Instagram videos. Really? Yeah, Mike's side's just been posting to YouTube all these years, but finally we got him posting to Instagram, and Instagram's just blowing up. We're getting so many views, it's ridiculous. And it kind of makes me think, is like, why is this doing so well on Instagram, but so badly on YouTube? And it makes me think maybe it's because YouTube doesn't like shorts anymore. Like, I don't know what it could be. So we can go over here. I'll show you guys. All right, so check out these views. So we got 2,800, 8,000, 7,000. Now look at this one. That got 78,000. This got 172,000. This one got 18,000. This got 100,000 almost. This got 105,000. This got 142,000. So we're getting the views over there. Now you jump over to YouTube. You jump over to YouTube, over to content, and then you go over here to shorts. All right, same videos, right? Same exact videos. Now look, 1,000, 1.4 thousand, 2.8 thousand, 2.1 thousand. This is the same video that got 100,000 on Instagram. It gets 2,000 on YouTube. 2,000. This one got a whole 11,000. 2,000, 1.8 thousand. So my thoughts are that shorts are no longer a good strategy on YouTube. Look, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Maybe they, look, this got like 170,000 views on Instagram. It got 1.7 thousand on YouTube. It got almost nothing over there. Same exact video, and it's all been edited. It's not like low quality video. It's just, it doesn't do well over here. Is YouTube hiding me? What is YouTube not impressed? Is YouTube shifting away from, is YouTube potentially shifting away from shorts? I don't know what it is. But you go, and it does the same thing on Facebook too, by the way. So if you go to Facebook, tons of views. You go to YouTube, almost no views at all. And I don't know what that is. I don't know why that's occurring. Did you do the live custom for that one? Oh, give me a second. So one live custom, is that right? I don't know if we did. Let me do it right now. It is one live custom. But so I'm talking about content creation and content performance, but I don't know why it would perform so extremely strongly on Instagram and then just absolutely crash and explode on YouTube. Is the competition on YouTube higher maybe? Are people not looking for that kind of content on YouTube maybe? Like, you know what I noticed as well? YouTube does not advertise the shorts very often. One cold, live custom. Wow, live customs have been cold for a while. YouTube does not show me, when I'm searching for content, YouTube does not show me shorts very often. So I'm starting to think we need to swap over into like 15-minute videos, 1 hour long videos, that kind of stuff. PokeRev's getting YouTube to shadow ban you. Did you do the live custom? I just gave you my money for fire cards. It just means I'm your biggest fan. I heard YouTube did an overhaul on their shorts algorithm. Did they really? See, I didn't hear that. But it feels like that. It actually feels like that. And when you look at how Instagram and how Facebook are performing for the exact same content, you have to think it's like, well, do I have a content problem or do I have a YouTube problem? All right, we're pricing up some cards. There's no new orders in the queue. We're just rambling over here. We're talking about stuff. But you saw the PayPal data. The PayPal data suggests sales way up. Instagram views way up. Facebook views way up. YouTube views crashing to the ground right now, like totally disappearing. And live stream views are down as well, which might be, they might coincide with each other. So, you know, shorts views are down, YouTube views are down. All right, let's see. Live stream YouTube views are down. Let's grab this Rayquaza. Anyway, that's on my mind right now. And it's really unfortunate because I think that the shorts were driving a lot of live stream performance. Grabbing this, okay. For my partner, her comic does wonder on Instagram versus TikTok. Her comic, even though she has more followers on TikTok. You dealt with the same thing with eBay. It's crazy hard to talk to someone to fix the issue. How you do it, can't figure it out. What did you say? Oh, you're asking me how I got to work with eBay. So I talked about it briefly in that stream. Basically, I just kept hammering the robot until the robot finally gave me a person. The robot lied. It said there is nobody that I can talk to. It said that over and over again. And I just kept saying, I need to talk to a person. Tell me how to contact a person. And I just kept telling it that until it finally gave in and said, it sounds like you need to talk to a person. Let me put you in touch with the live agent. So, and that took me like 15 minutes of hammering it. So I just kept saying, I need to talk to a real person. I need to talk to a real person. And it will keep lying to you. It will keep deceiving. It will say, no, you can't do that. There is no live. It literally said live is unavailable. It said live is closed. And then after 15 minutes of telling it, I need to talk to a real person, it finally gave in and said, it sounds like you need to talk to a live agent. It's like, yeah, that's what's going on. That's what I asked for the first time. And you are lying to me and saying that they don't exist. So you have to fight with the robot, actually. But they're there. They're real. They're probably on right now. So they probably have a call center right now that you can get in contact with. So I would keep hammering it, okay? Now, this is the real Mega Rayquaza. This is not This is not the 25th anniversary one. This is the real deal. This is XY Mega Rayquaza. And he graded 9. And I'm fine with that grade. That grade looks good. All right, there we go. We'll pop that over there. There's always a person to talk to. Exactly. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's see. Whoa, that's so expensive. So the PSA 9 of this card, now this is an old cert. How about one with the new cert? That's an old cert. So we have the latest certification for this card. The only other two up on eBay are both old cert. So I'm going to go with the higher price because mine's very recently graded, and I feel like that adds value. I go with 600 on this card. Wow. Cyndaquil. Put in for one last spot for the night. Heading to the airport. We'll be traveling next few weeks, so I'll catch you later. You're heading out? You're going on vacation? I'm going to go on vacation. Where's my vacation? Where do you guys think I should go on vacation, huh? We're going to say playing Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil. All right. And he's going to cost... He's not a terribly expensive card. I feel like this guy could be a break. Cyndaquil. You think Cyndaquil break would be a thing? I'm going to move this down here. I think he could be a break. He's very cute. He's a starter Pokemon. Business. Got to earn the bucks to buy more packs. Heck yeah, dude. All right. So we got one last order coming in. Okay, give me a minute here. Oops. Oops. All right, let's jump over to the website. Click. And hit refresh. Click. Now we have a Mark Kaplan last order 3 minutes ago. It says 3 Ascended, 1 more live custom, 2 Poke Shuffles. All right, let's see what we get. Ready? Tossing this over here. Mr. What's up, Mr. Himen Shunigi. 1 more live custom. And wow. Live customs have just been brutally cold this whole time. 2 Poke Shuffles. How about these Poke Shuffles? We need that hot honey shuffle. All right, guys, now it's Pokemon cards with hot honey. All right, we got 2 of these. There's 2, right? Yes. Mr. Move that OP5 box to NHCC Digital Collection, please. Yeah, you sold it to him? That's pretty cool, man. There we go. Now, yeah, that's all good. Put this up here. All right. So 3 Ascended. Let's go grab those 3 Ascended. Okay. Yeah, just right now. Here we are. We got 1, 2, and a 3. All right. Okay. Put this back over here. I feel I'm going to rip it if I ship it. Plus, I need the money. Okay, let me grab this. So we got your 3 Ascended Heroes. All right. Snipping this. And snipping this as well. Okay. Here's Mr. Mark. Here's Swirlix, Cascoon, and Spectrier. And here's Ultra Ball, Charmeleon, and Lunatone. And finally, Gloom, Raichu, Mandibuzz. Here's Mandibuzz. Mister, do you still have that Poker Eevee? Poker Eevee, yes. Yes, I do. He's around here somewhere. All right, you got 1 Mandibuzz. All right, here we are. All right. Mr. Mark with an M. Let's see. You're going to be over here. All right. There we go. Mr. Whipple, contact me in Discord about that, okay? All right, very nice. Thank you, Mr. Mark. All right. All right, we're all out of orders. I'm going to focus on pricing up slabs. Here's Charmeleon. All right, Charmeleon. Grabbing this. Tops Charmeleon. All right. We're going to go with the cheapest price. Oops. Oops. Very good. Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. What time is it? 5:12? Wow, man, the time flies, doesn't it? So this guy's not too expensive at all. Let's see. Although these are all old certs. This is a new cert. I think I will be offering this guy for 50. There he is. That's actually pretty affordable. You know what? He's such a cool card. He's going up into the Poke Shuffles. We need some stuff up there. Sometimes we put 9s up there. All right, fine. No way. Another 3 packs. Go hitless, right? When do orders close? Well, they're still open right now, so feel free to send in some orders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's supposed to be done before 6, I'd say. But we got a little extra time. Yeah, it's not 6. You ready? E5, tops, Charmeleon. And this is going to say P9. There it goes. There was an earthquake in Northern California today. Fell absolutely nothing of it. Slept through it all. That Rayquaza is a solid hold for when the new set drops. That one? He's actually the original XY era Rayquaza. Storm Emeralda? Oh, yeah. Hey, do me a favor real fast. Send me a message on Discord, will you, man? Mr. Joshua? All right, there we go. So that is up here. All right. Now we have a Jack Gray order. Mr. Jack. He says 1 Pokemon, 1 Poke Shuffle, 1 other shuffle. Here it is. All right. Oh, you sent me one? Perfect. All right. I didn't hear my computer go off. Here it is. We've got Dracloak or something. I think it's called Dracloak. 1 cold Poke Shuffle, and then 1 other shuffle. Maybe get lucky in the other shuffle. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Oh, Sauron's Key. Very nice. Look at that. The 1 spot snipe in the other shuffle. All right, let's see. Let's see. There it is. Not a super expensive one. It's a PSA 9 Sauron's Key to Power. Wow, looks really clever. It's only $25. You can re-roll it for 4 more spots if you wish. It's actually really neat. It was super up north. Near Ukiah, middle of nowhere. Keep? All right, you got it. Mr. Jack. There we go. And we're tossing this out. All right, so give me a second on this. All right. Here's Javier Arroyo, one live custom. You've got it. One live custom. Oops. We've got a 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Sent for the Eevee. Oh, nice. All right, Eevee sold. Wow, one cold pack. I just can't believe how unlucky the live customs have been. Sorry, Javier. Javier, I'm tossing you into the second chance baggie. Let me grab this. Just write you down as Javier. That was one live custom, Mr. Javier. That has been a very tough box for a while now. Okay. And Eric Colburn setting in for the Poker Eevee. Poker Eevee it is. Let's see, where would I run into him? Probably over here. Oh, these are unpriced. These are home baked. Ah, here it is. There it is. All right, Eric Colburn. There it goes. All right, that's Mr. Eric. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hit refresh over here. Here's Mr. Mark with click. Double click. He says 3 more ascended. Mr. Mark, you got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dark Knight says, I just went to my first jury summons. My name got called first out of 200 people to be selected for Ward Dyer, then selected to be on the jury, and then 8 hours later, I'm down a day's pay and here. Oof. You got selected for jury duty, huh? I did that like one time in St. Charles a really long time ago, and I remember getting all dressed up. There were like rules on how to dress even, and I was like, oh my God, dude. I got all dressed up. I go to the jury summons, and then they just tell me it's been dismissed. You can go home. I'm like, oh, so what? I was out of there. Okay. They pay you a little. I'm back from an earthquake. Venezuela 7.1. You guys had an earthquake too? Oh, I hate jury duty. They pay so little for so much of our time. Yeah, I guess I haven't been called on in a long time for jury duty since then. All right. Snipping this. Very good. Mr. Mark. Here's Dunsparce. Look at that Dunsparce. Here's Ralph's Charmander and Victory Bell. Look at that Charmander. And here's Spectreer. $15 in place of a day's wage. Ooh. I remember they gave me $20 and a silver dollar. There we go. We got one Charmander popping out. That Rayquaza is cray-cray. He's kind of vintage. He's like mid-era, right? He's from 2015. That was 11 years ago. That's the real Rayquaza right there. That's the real deal. But he's just a 9. All right, Mr. Mark. But notice he is a recent cert. He's not an old cert. He's a recent certification. All right, there you go, Mr. Mark. I also got a mint. It happened to me. Went in the day of, then they got asked to come in the next day. Legit got let go within 1 hour. 1 hour of arriving on the second day. What a waste of my time. There we go. Well, you know, I got summoned for jury's duty a really long time ago. That was actually the first time I got summoned. And I didn't even know what to do. Like, I had no clue what any of it meant. So I ignored it. And then I I actually got a letter in the mail, and it was like a warrant for my arrest. And it said, for failure to show to jury duty. So I got a letter in the mail that said, you have a warrant for your arrest for not showing to jury duty. And then they sent me another, like, application to show up to jury duty, like the next one. And then I just said, like, I'm in school or something like that. And then they just let me go. Like, holy cow, dude. I didn't even know what it was. Like, nobody taught me that. I was homeschooled. I didn't know what jury duty was. I had no idea about any of that stuff. So I just get this ominous, I just get this ominous letter in the mail one day, like, you must show up to the government for the jury duty. I'm like, what the hell is jury duty? Never learned about that as a kid. As a teenager, none of it. And I didn't know what any of it meant. Then I get a follow-up letter saying, you have a warrant out for your arrest for failure to show to jury duty. I'm like, what? So I actually started looking into it, and I'm like, oh, this is serious. You can get in trouble for not showing to jury duty. And so I tried to respond. I was like, well, I have, like, my job, which barely pays my rent, and I have college as well, and I really don't have time between college and my job. And then they just let me free after that. That was a really long time ago. I might have been like 19 years old or something. But the second time it happened was like 5 years later, and I actually showed up like you're supposed to, and then they just dismissed it instantly. So I was like, oh, that's nice. I was like, whew. No luck in the Ascended, no luck in the live customs. The live customs have been bitterly cold. What's next? We have an order from Jose Arredondo. Slabaway PSA 9 XY Ancient Origins Booster Pack Mega Rayquaza. Hold up, is that for sale? The Booster Pack Mega Rayquaza, is that for sale? I don't know if I made that one available, did I? Let's see. Let's see. I didn't list it, did I? That one's not for sale. I showed it off, but he might be a break one day. That's not actually an item I was selling. Jose Arredondo says, yeah, it's 300. Did I price it somewhere? I didn't post it for sale, did I? Oh, I priced it in the actual Nines channel on 6/19. Let me look into that. I'm surprised I took a picture of it. Maybe I was just trying to get something moved. All right, give me a minute here. I don't know if I was thinking straight that night. Let's see. There are no Rayquazas for sale. I have nothing to compare its price to. Let me check sold, maybe. I guess. I'll accept it, okay? You got it. It's yours. You got it. Crazy. I must have been in a very different mood, Mr. Jose Arredondo. It's all yours, okay? You got it. If it's more, I will want it, mister. Don't tell me that. Don't say that. You gotta learn when to hold them. All right, so we're gonna say sold. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Yeah, don't start telling me you'll pay more. All right, there you go. Yeah, I think this could easily be $350, don't you? That's because if you look at the other ones, the way less popular packs, they're like up to $280 before taxes on eBay. You'll pay taxes on eBay. So I think I could easily get away with $350 on this one. All right, but you're going to get $300. Congratulations. And we'll go write you up. Just do me a favor and pay it down, okay? Now, this will be over here under June, no, Joe, well, let's write the actual date down. June 24th, 26. And we'll say Jose Arredondo. Okay, PSA 9, Mega Ray Booster. See, somebody was complaining that there's not enough good cards for sale. That's because everyone buys the good ones so fast. There you go. $275 remains. Let's see. Yep. Okay. We'll put this. Where shall we put this? This should go, well, it can't go here. It's too large. I'm going to go put this in the, we have a box just for these slabs. So I'm going to go put this away. The slab away booster slabs. There's one other person in here, Daniel Schmidt. Really? Nah, this is expired for sure. This is 100% expired. Let me, is there a Daniel Schmidt in here? I haven't heard from Daniel Schmidt in like 100 years. That guy's from like 4 years ago. Yeah, this is, this was in the slab away box. Look at it, it's covered in dust. I haven't heard from Daniel Schmidt for like 4 years or more. He must have abandoned this one. And then I just never pulled it back out of the box. Whoa. You know, back then, this probably would have been worth like $250 to $300. What's it going to be worth now? That's really old. After my upcoming order, can you add my bag to what I have in the pending shipment? In theory, I could if I cancel your label and then reprint a label. I mean, I could probably do that for you. It's a lot of extra effort, but you know, you're kind of keeping us busy over here, so why couldn't we just try to figure that out for you? I am curious what this is worth now. So that was in the slab away box. Rocket First booster. What's a Rocket First Edition booster going for? PSA 9, $1,000. Wow. I think this was like $300, $350 when he slabbed it away a long time ago. And then I guess he never finished it. Crazy. Yo, just turned back in him on that rocket pack. Yo, how much is that one? Good man, mister. This is like from one of our very earliest booster box breaks that we ever hosted. That's how old this pack is. We actually graded this one ourselves. Might have been the second box, maybe the second or the first box, I don't know. But this is pretty cool, huh? There we go. Wow. Who doesn't want this? I mean, that's cool as hell, man. One of the easiest Pokemon card investments is just to hold on to like a graded booster pack because it just, you know, gets older, gets more rare over time. Really simple. Okay, maybe that'll be a giveaway when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Would that be cool? We need 10,000. All right, thank you, Jose Arredondo. And now we have another order from... Who is this? Mark Kaplan. Mark Kaplan, the man. He wants 3 more sended. Let's see. I think you're shy by $10 on the Ascended. Let me get them for you anyways. So I think you're shy by $10 on them. I think you hit the buttons wrong this time. How much you want for it? The Rocket Pack? I was thinking of holding it. Actually, I have a lot of them, believe it or not. I have a number of graded Rocket Packs. I probably could sell it. But, yeah, that's a good question. Mr. got a hold of eBay. You got a hold of eBay? Good job, man. Keep going. Keep going, okay? Push real hard for your, you know, if you were scammed, if you know that you're the good guy and they're the bad guy, keep pushing, okay? Don't give up. Don't give up, because that's how this world works. If this is a business transaction where you're the victim and they've done something wrong to you, just keep fighting. And there is a point where eBay says, sorry, we're just not going to do anything. But you got to get to that point where eBay says, sorry, we won't help you. Did I only send 50? Yeah, fast type. That's a goodie. Mr., did you receive a ZELLE payment for my sob away for June 17th? Let's see. Eric Rodriguez, is that right? Did you say June 17th? That would have been a while ago. Tell me what name it is, okay? I'll search for it, okay? Will send 10. Can you toss my bag with my stuff that's already sent? Yeah, we can do that. I'll have to cancel your current label. I'll look into your current label, although I don't think it states how heavy the label is. Maybe we'll just try sending it out, because sometimes they do like an upcharge. So maybe we'll just use the current label, and they'll probably upcharge us. Kevin Maldonado. All right, so Kevin's asking if we received a July 17th payment. So here we are. Kevin Maldonado, 30 for my slab away. Kevin Maldonado. Let's go over here to the case. Are you suggesting maybe I missed this? It looks like your card went from 400 to 270 to 220. It looks like we might have missed it. Is that what you're thinking, Kevin? Let me adjust it for you to 190. All right, it says 190 now. Tell me if that's correct, okay? You just tell me, and I'm going to get back to this order. Now, what do we got here? Here's Snowrunt, Weavile, Spectrier. Mr. Important, read Discord message, please. Trying to avoid shipping. Yeah, I hear you. Hold on, let me do this. Here's Buddy Buddy Poffin, Groudon, Lunatone. We're almost done with this stream, so I'll have plenty of time to talk afterwards, okay? Here's Sprigatito. Thank you, sound correct. That advice helped me. Sounds good, man. Yeah, eBay, I had an eBay issue myself, and I had to really fight to actually talk to a real human, and it was surprising how long it took. Here's Groudon. I complained about it later. Is that a Dusk Ball? That looks like a Dusk Ball almost. All right, cool. So you pull a nice, cute little Sprigatito out. And how heavy is this? It is pretty heavy. The question is, what kind of label did we print you? If we printed you an 8-ounce label, we might just be able to squeeze this in. If it's a 4-ounce, we might need to cancel it. So I'll go take a quick look at that. So, Mr. Mark. Mark, I was hoping to pull you a Mega Gengar there, or like a God Pack, but no God Pack so far. We're climbing into the history. So now you can keep the money I sent and destroy the card you wrote on it. Yeah? Did they actually fix your issue? All right, let me type in Mark. Okay, so here we've got Mark printed. And so how heavy was this one? This one is for an 8-ounce label. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so I actually printed you a heavier label anyways. Let's see. Is this 8 ounces? Oh, we're good. We can combine these, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, it's definitely over 8 ounces, but I think it's not heavily over 8 ounces. So let me take these out of their bag. Okay. And let me pop them in here. This might be over 8 ounces, but yeah, that feels like a pound. We'll see how they we'll see how they treat it. I think they'll be okay. We'll see how it goes. USPS is probably used to some packages being overly heavy. They'll probably just upcharge me. All right. Oh, and let me look at my Discord messages. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Very nice. Let's see. I'm going to hit refresh here. How much would it be to just ship the slab, Mr.? Says Mr. PDX. Just the slab. You don't want to ship any of your other stuff yet. Oh, right, because you don't have a lot of stuff right now. You actually shipped previously. I think I'd have to say $9 like usual. You know, the $9 does a lot. The $9 pays for Miss Alexis's. She has a pretty good income from the shipping, so we pay her well to do a good job. But it also covers a lot of supplies that I spend hundreds of dollars on. That includes fresh bubble wrap and high-quality boxes. So all of that is part of the deal with the shipping, you know. A lot of the times we're shipping items that cost $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. And so, yeah, shipping is it's designed for quality shipping, good materials, and, you know, other issues like insurance or just covering when a big mistake occurs or something like that. Now, what you could do is you could hold it over here for a little while and combine ship it with your next order. Maybe you one day decide you want to get like some more of the junk packs or something like that. And then you can combine ship it, and that will save you a lot of money. So that's the whole point of the combined shipping. It saves everyone a lot of money. All right, let's see. We like the combined shipping. All right. I just shipped, okay? The guy closed his account and stole from a bunch of people. They were happy to hear from me. I told them I was battling AI to get a hold of them. I know, I told them the same thing. I told them I had to fight AI to get to talk to them. But that sounds good. So they were aware that he was a problem account. To me, that sounds like you're going to get eBay protection. So eBay protection's probably going to step in. That's where eBay takes a loss to cover your situation. So it sounds like you're about to get covered, man. I'm happy to hear that. How much money was it? How much was the item? Was it really expensive? You did very good, by the way, Mr. PDX. You want to see that again? Hold on. Like, you got lucky today, man. Just check this out. Oh, yeah. All yours, baby. Since you're here, you get to bathe in the glory of pulling the card. That's yours now for 40 bucks. Pretty cool. There you go. All right. Safe and sound over here. When you do ship, be sure to mention the slab has PDX on the back. I'm probably not going to forget that myself, so I'm probably going to tell Alexis, you know, grab PDX slabs. So that'll probably be fine. Let's grab this Detective Pikachu. Let's try to price up a slab or two before the stream is over. That's amazing. Did you ever get the Abyssai refund? Not yet, but on eBay it says that it's been delivered back to him, and it says that the issue has been escalated. Here he is. So I'm assuming on his side, he's going to claim he didn't receive the booster box back. But how can he deny me a refund when the original problem is that he never sent the whole case anyways? So it's like, even if he was to claim I kept the one box, like I tricked him and kept one booster box for myself, he'd still owe me 11 more boxes. And obviously I didn't keep it. I don't want his booster box. I want my money back. I want my money. Where my money at? All right. Is there really just one of these for sale? Detective Pikachu. 2023. Where my money at? Let's see. Uh-huh. Wait, let me see one more thing. It's been busy work. I'm heading back right now. I hope all you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Detective Pikachu 050. Let's try this. Only $70, but it's the point. That's right. It's it's about the principle of the idea. The principle matters a lot. All right. So we're going to say 325 on this. Good. So we got Detective Pikachu 9. That's really neat. We just sold, I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but, you know, we just sold this Poker Eevee for $125. That's from the black and white era. $125. It's kind of a big deal. Those poker cards, they sell, guys. All right. So there's Detective Pikachu. Here's a Chansey that only graded 9, unfortunately. Bummer. I got that CGC Pristine 10 from you. $80 at release. Did you really? Sorry. All right. Oops. Now we grab this. It's Blissey. We're going to go ahead and check this. So this is going to say poker, playing, Blissey. All right. So it's so cheap. This is so cheap as a 9. It's $30. Wow. I feel like that should go into the Poke Shuffles as well, because I feel like that's a really nice deal. $30 for a card is like unbelievably cheap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See this big packet of blank cards? This is how many cards I can add to the Poke Shuffle. So we got some room in the Poke Shuffle for new cards. We got to get some cards in there. So this one will say Blissey, Queen, Spades. P9. All right. I want to thank you for the stream. You're talking about it. If it wasn't for you and the people in chat, I would not have gotten my money back. Appreciate all of you. No problem, man. There we go. eBay's a scary place. I've been scammed multiple times on eBay over time. I got scammed pretty hard with a Blaine's gym deck thing where I lost hundreds of dollars. And I ordered 3 sealed boxes of the Blaine gym deck, and they were all fake. I still have them on a shelf I can show you guys. And when I told eBay about it, they told me they couldn't help me anymore because I was past the time limit to, you know, like return a sealed booster pack. And I said, what does that matter? I mean, if it's fake, it's fake. It wasn't that old. It was like maybe a month old or something, but, you know, it wasn't that old. And they said, well, you didn't open it soon enough. I was like, it's still fake. What do you mean I didn't open it fast enough? You got to open it quickly or else they get away with it. I was like, oh, what a great policy. That's fantastic. So I was out multiple hundreds of dollars, and the scammer got away with it. They actually got my money. Another one I got scammed pretty hard on was a fake NAMI card, which I keep around here somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I bought it almost a full year ago. And so I knew eBay, don't even bother with eBay because eBay was not going to help. Here it is. So I knew eBay was not going to help at all. Move that over there. This is over a full year ago, and it looks pretty real when I brought it in because guess what? I don't collect a lot of One Piece, so it truthfully tricked me. Then when we got it out to do a break on it, I took a look at the label and I said, that label's not right. So it's a fake label. Fake label, fake One Piece card. Terrible, right? I lost about $800 on this one card. This one was about $800, everybody. And I could go make a video about it. I think Mike's side already did. But, you know, I saved the card because hopefully I can take that card and teach people about how not to get scammed and make people aware that there's scammers out there. That's one of the benefits from buying here on this table. First of all, I would never allow myself to intentionally sell a fake slab. I would hate that. It goes against my morals. I'd rather take an $800 loss than pass a hot potato off to somebody, okay? So that's how I am. The second thing, almost all these slabs come straight back from PSA. So we're getting it right from the source. So when you buy here, you don't have to mess with that kind of stuff. You got no eBay taxes, and it's all authentic, and I would never pass a hot potato off to anybody. It's just, it goes against my morals. So some people, they don't have those morals. They just want to get rid of the hot potato. They want it to be someone else's problem. And they go, it's just about money. And for me, it's more like, this is more like a lifestyle, I guess I'd say. Like, I like what I'm doing. I like the people around me to be having a good time. So all that's really important. And I'm not exactly money shy right now. Not anymore. Not 7 years later. And 7 years later, I'm doing all right. So, you know, it's more about the principle of it all. We'll never allow a fake card to get through. That would be terrible. All right. Ooh, I like this Mewtwo. This Mewtwo should go in the live customs. Okay, see this Mewtwo? He's a live customs card now. How'd you know it was fake? Oh, I can tell it's fake when you look at it closely. I mean, if you look at it closely, this right here isn't right at all. See, it's too, like, sparkly. There's the real one. See it? That's real. Look at that. It sparkles too much. So right away. And then look at the label itself is a different font and a different ink. So everything's wrong with the label. And then also, once I realized that was wrong, I said, wait, is this card right? And then I started looking at it and comparing it to another NAMI, and I said, oh my God, the NAMI doesn't look right either. So the NAMI is pretty tricky. The NAMI card itself looks pretty close, but it's just a bit too glossy, actually. It's a bit too glossy of a card. And so the NAMI card could maybe trick even some people who are more familiar with the cards, but the label is what I noticed. The label is not right. And once I noticed that, I said, whoa, we can't be selling this. And I bought it so long ago. It had been sitting in my inventory the whole time. Yeah, I bought it so long ago that I knew there was no chance that we could get it to be returned. So what I did on eBay is I reported the account, but you know what? The account was already shut down. So it didn't matter. The account was already shut down, everybody. So eBay had already noticed it. 4, 1, 2, 3. Damn, who's making these cards? Nami's G Cup, not Double D. Good spot. What? How do they have these machines? Well, it's all made in China. Where do you think PSA slabs come from? China. Where do you think the label's coming from? China. They've got a printer that prints on the label, but it's just a printer. Anyone can make a printer. So, yeah, I mean, you can approximate what PSA is doing. And I was I was taking my daily dump today. I was going to the bathroom, and I do a lot of talking to myself all day long. So if I'm not talking to Karis, I'm talking to myself. So I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm thinking to myself, what does the future look like for card collecting, right? Sometimes people do their best thinking on the toilet. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what's the future? And I said, almost certainly, One of the most important things in the hobby, one of the most important issues of all, is this PSA slab is too simple. They're going to have to change the PSA slabs to be a different material one day, a material with a unique thumbprint that can never be replicated by a simple Chinese, plastics company. So these plastic slabs are a big problem, right? You have to know the history of where the slab has been, who's been holding it. Like if you bought one of my Charizards, I've held it this whole time. So these cards here are probably real, right? But as AI gets a hold of, replicating this kind of stuff, it's going to get real close. It's going to get really hard. Like maybe somebody will make one of these old PSA labels and you'll be like, well, that one's safe. It's old. No, they counterfeited it. They created a replica of an old PSA label. So anything could happen in the future. And the problem is these materials are too simple. So in the future, I think that the material, the plastic slab, is going to need some kind of unique thumbprint. Some kind of thing that only PSA can do with some kind of advanced laser technology, or maybe made out of some kind of compound material that can be detected and is too expensive or is too complicated for a simple plastics shop in China to mimic. Which if the cards get expensive enough, they're still going to try. So I was thinking about that today while I was taking my morning dump. That was actually the topic in my head. I was like, there is a problem with authentication. The authentication itself is good, but after it's out of the hands of PSA, it's too easy to replicate. It's too easy to replicate because you saw the Nami had flaws, right? The label wasn't correct. The Nami's slightly wrong. One day, there will be no flaws. How scary is that? One day, they will replicate the label perfectly, and the Nami will look perfect. So you will no longer be able to trust cards in the market. You'll only be able to trust cards from people who source them directly from the authenticator, not from the secondhand market, but directly from the authenticator. That's the only way you will know you're getting a real slab. So it's not at that point yet, and it definitely will get to that point because this is one of the most valuable industries right now. So one day, somebody will be able to produce a Mewtwo that looks exactly like this Mewtwo, and they'll be able to print a label that looks exactly like this label, and the slab will be perfectly replicatable too. All of it will be replicatable. And then you will have really serious problems with authentication. Every time you buy a slab, it's going to have to go back to PSA. They're going to have to do a forensic imaging on it to make sure it's real, and then they will ship it to you. So it's like, it's tricky. It's tricky. I do think it's going to head that way. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we're done for the day. We've been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes. We started late, but I see no more orders in the queue, and I think it's 5:50. So this is a good time to wrap up. So a bit of a shorter daytime stream. Not a lot of views in this daytime stream. It was a lower views daytime stream. We've really got to thank the guys who have been keeping the stream super busy. Javier and Mr. Mark, thank you guys for your big orders. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so tonight, I don't think there's anything special coming in, but I will mention this. We ordered Magic the Gathering Marvel has been ordered. And today we got a restock on Chinese Hidden Fates. And I ordered even more of that. I think it's a fantastic product. I've also done a restock on Topps Chrome SpongeBob. If there's anything else you want me to add to the menu for fun, just let me know. We'll add it. Mr. Sent you a video on Discord. I hear you, man. All right, so that other slab, PSA slab on Charizard sparkles like the fake one. Yes, that other PSA slab on Charizard. I don't know what you mean by that. All right, guys, I had a very good time. I'm going to be hopping off, and maybe I'll go for a walk or do something healthy, okay? It looks like it's overcast today, so I'm betting the weather is actually pretty nice. It's probably kind of cool outside. So I'll see you guys tonight for the late night stream for Wednesday.